Hello. So, this is a very cliche thing to discuss. Anna, I feel like I've come to realize that we, like our generation, so I'm what, 19, this generation, we worry way too much about the future and things that might not even end up happening. And we ruin our mental health over that overthinking. அதாவது வந்து ஒரு ஸ்பீச்ல ஸ்டீவ் ஜாப்ஸ் என்ன சொன்னார்னா, "Live every day as if it was your last day because one day it would eventually be your last day." So, why are we worrying so much about a future that is not even promised? Like we're worrying about like where will I be down in the lane of like 15 years? Bro, are you going to be even alive in 10 years? Are you going to be alive in 1 year? We don't know. Okay, like now under like living where I am, living in this generation, we don't know if I'm going to be alive in the next year. So why worry about 15 years down the lane? Okay, and at the end of the day, we all know what we're going through. Kadavul knows what we're going through. So Kadavul will take care, and if you really want something and if you're working hard for it, you'll get there. Because I feel like as a society, we have an idea of success, correcta? And that is to study well, get married, settle down, such and such. Anna, I feel like true success is doing what you like, okay? And on the success la, there will never be failure because even if you fail in a stream, if you're doing what you like, that is not failure. You get to do more of it. If you're trying to do something and you fail, you get to do more of that. So how's that failure? That's actually success. Failing is success there. You see the more connections இருக்குல்லங்க. So honestly, this is actually for myself because literally yesterday I was crying over this future patti யோசிச்சு like okay, I didn't get a good grade I wanted, and I won't end with good grades I want in this semester of my college. And I was literally crying over this yesterday. But this is a little bit of a pep talk for myself and for anyone else who needs to hear this, that it's literally not that deep because you cannot cry over that a future that might not even exist. Again, this is kind of a negative pep talk type of talk, but at the unmai, you don't know if you're going to be here 15 years. Okay, so like don't think, maybe think 1 year down the lane, maybe 2 years down the lane, or you know what, maybe don't even think down the lane, think of இன்னைக்கு என்னோட கடைசி நாளா இருந்தா, நான் செய்ய ஆசைப்பட்டதெல்லாம் இப்ப செய்றேனா? செஞ்சிருக்கேனா? Is there something I want to do? Because if you think about it, let's say you go to the doctor or someone tells you, "Okay, இன்னைக்கு தான் நீ வந்து வாழப்போற கடைசி நாள்" அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோ. அப்ப நீ வந்து அம் இந்த சொசைட்டி எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்ஸ், ஃபியூச்சர பத்தி வொரி பண்ணாம, இப்போ உனக்கு புடிச்சத நீ செய்வ. கரெக்ட்டா? அந்த மாதிரி that is what that quote is trying to say basically, is like live as if this is your last day, is basically don't worry about the society, don't worry about the future because it's not promised. Live today making the choices that you'll be proud of if it was your last day. Because if this was his last day, you wouldn't worry about who's saying what and இவங்க என்ன பத்தி நினைப்பாங்க, இந்த மாதிரி இது அவமானம் ஆயிடும் ஃபியூச்சர்ல அப்படின்னு யோசிக்க மாட்டோம். Because it's the last day, we have to live it up, like we have to YOLO type of thing, you know. So YOLO every day, I guess, you know. Again, you don't think that this pep talk is not just for talking, it's also for myself. But that's a good, this is a good advice for me to listen back to and be like, okay, நானே வந்து இவ்வளோ ஞானமா பேசியிருக்கேன், so I need to listen to what I talked about. So yeah, and one everything is meant to be. If you're lazy, it's written for you, like for you to be lazy. If you're successful, it's written for you to be successful, I feel like. So any path that you take and you go through, அதான் நம்ம தலையெழுத்து. So it's okay. உனக்கு அந்த மோட்டிவேஷன், உனக்கு வந்து நீ சக்ஸஸ் ஆகணும்னு உனக்கு அந்த மோட்டிவேஷன் ஒரு ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக வரும் எதுவுமே இல்லாமல். இல்லை நீ நாசமாக தான் போகணும் அப்படின்னு தலையெழுத்துல இது வச்சுருந்துச்சுன்னா, you're not gonna have the motivation, you're gonna go நாசமாக, but you can't do anything. It's like it's just it is what it is, you know. Like you cannot manipulate the future and you cannot manipulate what is meant to happen. So don't worry about it. YOLO, and try your best. If you have the motivation, try your best. If you don't, doom scroll, I guess. But that is today's karute. But yeah,